So we'll take a deeper dive into the world of accounting, and we'll talk about bookkeeping. So, like we said, there's two parts of accounting. Bless you. One part is the financial statements, and that's the end product of accounting, and the other part is bookkeeping, and that's actually making all the entries and things. So, it's the keeping of the records. It's all of the taking them from the invoices and the receipts and generating those kind of invoices to different customers, every transaction, and putting those into some sort of a accounting system. QuickBooks is like the one that everybody uses these days. But it used to be that everybody would use journal books, and actually write them in by hand and then add them up, and think about that before there was calculators even. You had to actually be able to do the math and really understand if the debits you were doing and the credits were right. Now, a lot of times you can almost fake it because you can go into QuickBooks and say, okay, the debits are this and the credits are that. And then if it doesn't balance, then you just flip them and then it balances, and then you headed backwards because you don't have to necessarily know how all those transactions happen. But the way it happens is you get those transactions, you figure out what the transaction's going to be, what accounts it's going to impact, and then you put it into that ledger, and then all of those aggregate up and then make the financial statements at the end of the time. We're right now in the quarter just ended, the third quarter for a lot of companies, so September 30th. So they're busily putting together their third quarter financials in most cases. For public companies, they get 45 days to do a quarterly, what they call 10Q. And so by November 15th, they'll all have to have them out. But now we're getting into what they call the reporting season, where all the companies start to have their investor calls and tell them how they did in this quarter and all. One of the big companies that has an impact on right now is Tesla. Because Tesla how many cars they could make, how could they manufacture 5,000 cars a week and all this stuff. And this quarter, I think they're now saying they did about 88,000 cars or something, which is just huge. So once they report that officially, I think that's going to be a big boost for their stock. And they actually figured out how to do their manufacturing, so they're really rocking and rolling. But that's a company where this quarterly announcement's going to be a big thing. Most companies, not that much. One that'll probably be big at the end of the year, and then reporting in the first quarter, will be probably like Amazon. Well, all of the retail companies. What does Macy's do? What does Walmart do? But really, I think this year you're going to see Amazon's just going to, be far ahead of everybody else. A lot of these bricks and mortar ones are just going away.